Hey, Battle Bill, here with another video. I say that as if I had an upload on this channel yesterday, when in reality, it's been some months. And basically, your boy's at a crossroads. I want to get out YouTube content, but if I continue to do what I've been doing, I'm just going to be performing the definition of insanity, where I repeat the same action over and over again and get no new result. So I'm going to take the channel in a bit of a different direction. It's still going to be Pokemon Go, it's still going to be battles, but instead of me doing the shoutcasting and talking over different team comps and whatnot, and just showing you stuff, I want this to be a fruitful experience for you, the viewer, and myself, because I'm kind of at a crossroads. I want to be really good at this game and perform well competitively on the Play Pokemon circuit, but at the same time, I'm not very good at this game. I'm quite washed. I'm in the process of hopefully unwashing myself. Pause. Weird sentence to begin with, but you know what I mean. And I say all that as if I'm performing poorly, but in reality, I'm actually having some success on the Play Pokemon circuit during this current 2024-2025 season. As you can see, I'm looking at the USA and Canada leaderboards, and basically the top 75 on this leaderboards qualify for the World Championships happening in Anaheim of this summer. Some of you may be learning for the first time that my name is not actually Bill. It's my middle name, which does not appear here in this beautiful little window and on my profile for Play Pokemon. That's actually my full name. I don't know where I'm pointing, it's down there. Point of the matter is, I am within that top 75, and I'm having a pretty successful season. I did okay-ish, decent, at the Baltimore and Louisville regionals, with around top 16 to top 24 finishes at each of them, respectively. But I want to do better. I want a top cut. I want to maybe win a regional. I want to take the whole thing to the end zone and just win the Pokemon Go World Championships in 2025. Now, that seems like a ridiculous amount of cope, and you, the YouTube viewer at home, and anybody else that gets a hold of this clip, you're absolutely right. My current play skill, that is a lot of cope. But what I've learned and what I've been told from people that I trust most in this industry, all right, now I'm just sounding stupid, but I've learned that you can actually improve through your battles in the Go Battle League. I also believe there's another way to improve by doing scrims with Show 6, looking at each other's teams and approaching it that way. And I want to include on this channel a mixture of both types of content. I'm going to start doing VOD reviews. When I would shoutcast battles and I was going through the cool, neat things, unique teams, or the new stuff, I wasn't really learning much. I was just yapping about what was happening in the battle. Instead, we're going to watch my battles back, my battles personally. I'm going to critique whatever is going on, say some good things, explain myself, say some bad things, explain myself, so on and so forth. Hopefully, that constant studying will allow my brain to absorb that information so that when I'm in the moment playing the game, I can improve my abilities. Because my biggest areas of weakness are my making decisions in the moment and also my move timing. I know the basics with move timing in like mirror matches, but when there's swaps and things along those lines, I mess that up a bunch, and you'll see plenty of it in this video. Without further ado, I would like to start the first battle. I have like 10 battles here. I don't plan to go through all of them. I don't want to make this like an hour long to 50-minute long video. Ironic 50-minute phone call up there. Ignore that. I was multitasking while doing this battle. Not really. I was actually super focused. I just had a phone call going on with my lovely girlfriend. Anyhow, man, this is the YouTube video isn't to just start flexing everything. Oh, my man's got top 75 play Pokemon and he's got a girlfriend. Crazy. Not many people doing it out here like me, player. All right, anyhow, yo, like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel. I'm gonna try to get out some form of consistent content with this. It'll be Go Battle League. It'll be also my local tournaments of like cups and challenges on the Play Pokemon circuit with Show 6, Pick 3, and I'm gonna try to review all of that. And if you have suggestions for how I can continue to learn and also turn that into content, please shoot it in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get into the first battle, because I didn't want this intro to be super long, and it ended up being 5 minutes anyway. I've done this intro like 65 times, trying to keep it around 3 minutes. Whatever, we're at 5 minutes, we're running with it. These battles are in normal speed, so that I can kind of pause and get my points across. I'll probably review about 5 battles. I want to keep this video around 20 minutes. That's the goal. You see the team on the screen. We're not running anything super funky. We are trying to make Corviknight work, which is not the easiest thing for loads of reasons, but let's just focus on the matchup at hand. Now, I'm trying to, one, make sure I do the basics here and time my 1-turn move against this 3-turn move properly. I also don't know the exact way, and there's some atrocious timing right there with that Incinerate. The visuals in this game messed me up, I swear. That was gross. I don't know if you caught that, but I went to go throw this charge move. The Incinerate didn't even appear yet, and boom, it's on me. That, for those of you that don't know, is bad timing. I gave them like 4 free fast moves there for the price of 1. You want to avoid that, obviously. I got my charge move off. I probably just should have went into Drapion a lot faster in the circumstance, but I feel very awkward running a Pokemon like Malamar. I don't have a lot of experience with it, and it becomes a little wishy-washy because I don't know sometimes when to throw the foul play or when to throw the superpower. And I don't know, like, if I just want to commit to maybe losing the lead and getting 2 shields from my opponent, or, you know, trying to commit to winning the lead. Point of the matter is, I now have my Drapion on the Talonflame. I'm throwing on proper timing. When you're a 2-turn move against a 5-turn move, you want to either do 2 fast moves, 4 fast moves, or 7. Because, again, it goes by, like, the multiples. You want to be directly underneath whatever their number is. 2 fast moves would be 4 turns. They're running Incinerate. That's a 5-turn move. You want to be, like, directly as close under it, 1 under it as possible to give them the least amount of 3 turns, because every fast move is a different number of turns. And again, whatever. Their last Pokemon is Typhlosion. We're going up against a double Incinerate team. I don't think I can go VOD review this super hard. I'm just getting super hard countered, and I'm going to lose this match. So we can fast forward a bit, and I fast forwarded way too much. So now we're getting into the next match. We've got Malamar against Drapion. My back line, I don't think minds Drapion too much. So my goal here at first was a superpower and dip. When I started playing this matchup, I learned that we get the superpower and crunch at the same time. None of us threw right away though. So I'm in a superpower and dip here. But what I started to do in the future is I get to the superpower, and a lot of Drapions like to throw right away. So I'll just swap into my Drapion right away. This was played a little bit differently because I had to learn the matchups, play the team a bit to get a feel for how people were approaching. At this point, though, they're loaded up on energy. They must not have a great counter for my Drapion on the back. They're dumping a bunch of their energy. I'm now timing this so that I throw right before they get to their next Aqua Tail, and I'm maximizing my own energy. I could have thrown that Aqua Tail a lot sooner, but depending on whatever they have in the back, in case they do decide to pivot, I want to make sure I'm as loaded as I can be, as much as I let my Drapion be a sponge for all this damage, because I don't like the idea of shielding Aqua Tails. I do it again. I throw right before I'm at 2, because I know they're basically like 1 poison sting ahead of me. So if I get to 2, that means they're definitely at that 1. And as you can see, we're repeating this process over and over again. I think at this point I got both their shields, so I made a conscious decision of, you know what, Corviknight has Sand Attack as a fast move. Even though it's non-stab, it's super effective, and this was when I was still kind of learning Corviknight, so I was like, I'm going to fast move this down before it gets off a charge move. I learned the hard way. I don't fast attack it down before it gets off a charge move, but it's only an Aqua Tail, and I'm still able to get some of that energy and some of that farm. I don't have alignment here, but I have a great circumstance. I never put Iron Head on my Corviknight. I built this Corviknight late because I forgot that like they were going to do the whole thing with the event. I'm very disconnected with this game. I knew they were going to do what they did with Iron Head, but like it slipped my mind. I got a million other things on my mind when it comes to life, to be thinking about silly mechanics they want to keep on introducing into Pokemon Go with exclusive moves that you can't get back with an Elite TM, as if that wasn't the entire purpose of the Elite TM, whether you told us ahead of time or not. Stupid, man. Whatever, not the point. Point is, I've got payback. You saw how hard that hit, and we're in a great spot here. They're going to throw some energy. I wish I could speed this up. I don't think I have a way on the way that I'm showing this video. I don't really want to skip too much, but I'm going to win this battle comfortably because of the fact that they're going to dump their energy on the Malamar, and Corviknight is like the hardest possible answer for the jump bluff, plus I have a shield. So shout out to them for making that a little bit faster for me and just taking the, taking the L on top lefting. On to the next match. They save swap into Feraligatr. Here, I don't have great answers for my for Feraligatr in the back. What I've learned that I should do is stay in this matchup and don't superpower right away. I made the decision to superpower here so that I could basically have a shield advantage for my Drapion, who basically paces a Feraligatr similarly, and I should be just behind like a fast move or so. Or not fast move or so, like they'll get to a charge move, I'll be like 4 fast moves behind. Point of the matter is, by the time they get to the second one, I will get to my first one before they get to their second one. What I'm trying to say. And as you can see, they let their Feraligatr go down. They come in with their Shadow Marowak, and you gotta be very precise with timing. I gotta be very precise with timing, which is I'm trying to make sure I throw on 4 here. Unfortunately, I didn't get to that last Aqua Tail in time, and I do get Mud Slap down. Now, because I have Corviknight on my team, it's a fantastic matchup for the Shadow Marowak that we've got going on here. It's gonna want to throw a Rock Slide, which we can eat. It's neutral, it's non-stab, it's coming from a ground type, a Marowak, even though it's Shadow and could hit hard. They pivot, recognizing that I'm gonna farm them down. I don't want to stay in the Corviknight matchup, so I then go into my Malamar here, and I want to basically build up to 2. I would like to shield at some point, but you don't want to shield the first move that they throw, which was their Drill Run, because I'm not debuffed yet. Superpower is going to debuff me. It doesn't take them out, unfortunately. I then make a mistake here. I don't know why I didn't just throw back to back, honest to goodness. And then I end up committing the shield. I think I just got greedy. I was hoping for the Psywave farm down, but like it was definitely way too close to call, and I'm probably not getting off 2 charge moves no matter what. But they know I have energy on my Malamar, and I have a lot of health on my Corviknight, so they're not going to win that either way, but I definitely could just play that a lot more comfortably. Shouldn't have gone about it the way that I ended up doing. We're into the next match. We've got Malamar against Goodra, and these are the types of matchups where I should just basically eat the first charge move, build up to 2, and then throw back-to-back superpowers. And that's not what I do here. I keep on foul playing because I'm unsure, and I don't want to lose lead. But in reality, I get a shield here, so it ends up being a nice bait. And I'm unfortunately a little dry of that next charge move, but I trust that Malamar has enough bulk where I can tank this and still get to another one just in time. So I can still play it out kind of similarly. And honestly, that was probably actually a good move on my part because they were expecting superpower. I didn't debuff myself. I get off both moves. I don't win the ones. I thought for sure they were going to die to that. So I kind of just quickly pivoted thinking they would bring in another Pokemon when in reality they weren't even dead yet, and I poison sung them down. But Drapion is just super safe in general, so even though I gave up alignment by mistake, I probably would have died to the Dragon Breaths. I have not talked and casted or anything along those lines in so long. My throat is very dry. I should have prepared some water. I don't know, like, this doesn't seem to be an issue that a lot of other people run into when they cast. So I don't know if like I just breathe wrong, talk weird, but is what it is. My throat's feeling very dry here. 2-turn move in Drapion. I'm trying to make sure I throw on proper timing. I think I threw on bad timing there because I knew they were going to throw and they were just getting to their Ice Beam, CMP. And I wanted to get off the Aqua Tail to stop them from getting that charge move off. Plus, I know Aqua Tail would take out the remaining health. I didn't need a whole crunch there. They end up shielding. We're in a fantastic spot here. They then pivot into a Corsola. This match is essentially over. It was going to be over no matter what because my Corviknight in the back has payback, and that would have been super effective against the Corsola. But it's extra over based on the way that I played that, and then I try to be cute and make a catch. Doesn't end up working itself out, as we can see here. But this match is essentially over. There's no reason to keep on yapping about it. I'm going to win it. See, ta-da, magic. Oh, I'm 3-1 in the set. Okay, cool. I skipped ahead pretty well there. Next match, Malamar against Ferrothorn. I'm gonna want to do the whole build up. Basically, the concept of this team is for me to just like build up and dip. After throwing like 2 superpowers and ideally get both of their shields. So I think the back line can kind of just go off and have shield advantage. But I didn't really play that out anywhere near as often as I should have. You let the first move come through always, just because of the pure fact that, you know, that you're at your bulkiest, so you can tank it comfortably. Trying to make sure I get my timing down for my 1-turn move into the 3-turn move. I'm going to throw basically the back-to-back superpower. I think I should have seen him. Okay, no, never mind. I did something right there. Didn't remember where they were at because I'm trying to focus on talking while also watching the match back. But I wasn't sure if they were at another one. I was going to be forced to use a shield, but instead I build up and then I get off the foul play. Whatever. They then come with Dragonite, and I don't want to get farmed down. So I make like a safe swap pivot into Shadow Drapion. I probably should have just let the Dragonite farm my Malamar down, considering I'm debuffed. It would have been a little bit of energy for the Dragonite. But Corviknight also just plays it super awkward because the fast move damage is also Sand Attack. So I don't even know what the right play was. I think Dragonite in the back line is just not ideal for us to be running into. I don't particularly think I made like any super mistakes here, other than the mistake of apparently just running Corviknight. I get a debuff. I think I go into Corviknight here, and then I try to make a catch. That's like my last ditch effort. There's no way I'm throwing double resisted sand attacks to farm this thing all the way down. But we could play this out. They pivot into Talonflame, and this match is literally GG's. So I'm just gonna skip through this. Watch my Pokemon die here. They're getting obliterated. The Dragonite was already a problem. There's no way the typing advantage of Talonflame against my Corviknight was going to be any good. Let's get into another battle. Maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 more battles. I also find myself naturally just kind of casting through the battles, not kind of just like talking through my thought process and explaining more. So I'm going to try to adjust. But anyhow, next battle. Save swap immediately in the Drapion. Malamar doesn't have a good matchup there. So, and we have 2 answers for the Jump Fluff in the back. They match our pivot with their own Primate, and they decide not to shield. So at this point, I'm like, okay, they gotta land a close combat. Also, when you swap and your opponent swaps, you want to get your charge move off as fast as possible, because you can like steal a turn away from their Pokemon. Basically, the sooner you throw, you basically gain like a slight turn advantage in terms of energy generation, something along those lines. I know you basically, when you swap, you want to throw before them. Whatever. I'm not going to keep on explaining something that I don't completely know how to put into the right words. They close combated twice there, so I commit arm down. I now have the alignment that I need. That was also huge, so I wanted to commit like in that matchup no matter what. But if they would have started rage fisting, it would have gotten a lot more awkward, because I don't think I would have been able to successfully poison sting down the way that I did. They then come back in with their jump fluff, but we're sitting in a great spot. I want to get off my charge move energy as fast as I possibly can. They're going to end up throwing I think Energy Ball. Yeah, they make a mistake here, which I appreciate. My Drapion survives 1 HP. I remember like literally playing this battle out. We then get off another crunch. I don't know if Air Release would have killed me, but like still throw the Air Release, because if anything, even if it doesn't kill, neither move's killing, and at least you get more farm with the Fairy Wind. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I go into my Corviknight here. I have a great matchup. Now it just comes down to what their last Pokemon is, and this is essentially GG's. We're going to win this pretty comfortably. I just need to make sure I can time my 1-turn move into the 3-turn move well. We can eat a Nightshade. I'm just trying to get my timing down. The visuals in this game mess me up. I don't like, if anybody has like a suggestion on how to get their 1-turn timing down into charge moves better. What I've been trying recently, instead of focusing on the visuals with the move, because that's super scuffed, I try to focus on the visuals with the damage I'm taking, like every little orange bar, or every orange bore of damage that my Pokemon takes. I've been trying to time it with that, but sometimes the damage that gets done to is so minimal, can't necessarily see that either. So it's not like a perfect solution, but it's definitely helped in the situations of, you know, dealing with Galarian Corsola. Anyhow, let's look at one more battle. We're already into it. Okay. Another awkward-ish lead. I'm like kind of ABA to this. Like Malamar plays this all right, but then Marowak can get a bunch of energy, and my only real answer for it is Corviknight. I obviously don't want Drapion on this, so I decided to commit the shields here just because the Mud Slaps and the Bone Club would hit so hard. If I don't shield, I'm not going to be able to, and I think my timing was bad there. I'm not going to be able to like get off the moves I want to get off. So because I'm trying to preserve bulk, I throw the foul play here. When again, in reality, I probably should have, and then, oh, I think I CMP'd. That was also bad timing. If you ever CMP somebody when you're trying to get good timing, it means you got bad timing. You threw an alignment. You only get alignment through CMP. They don't die to that superpower, which is super unfortunate. But unska. Anyhow, I lose lead, but I decide, you know what? Let's get some Poison Sting farm. I think I got one turn bring in because the damage shouldn't have registered for that Mud Slap to hit me, but that's besides the point. They then have another answer for Drapion. So this must be like the I hate Drapion team with the hardest answer possible in Shadow Marowak, and then one of the next hardest answers possible in Dunsparce. And their third Pokemon's probably weak to Drapion, and it's not going to line up. Super unfortunate. I decide to commit a shield here because the crunches add up, and I don't know, I just feel so awkward playing with Corviknight. I just don't trust it to do anything. I also have faith I can get off another crunch here, so I'll either force their last shield, and then hopefully Corviknight with its big, tanky, hard-hitting charge moves can do some damage. Instead, they decide not to shield, so I make a quick pivot because I don't want to eat a drill run on my Drapion, obviously. I catch, which is awesome, but now they still have the shield, and it comes down to them having a Dugong. And I think I'm in an awkward spot here. Dugong can deal super effective damage to my Drapion with the drill runs, and then it's also going to debuff the heck out of my Corviknight with the Icy Winds for the neutral damage. I'm going to want to get off a move as soon as possible. That's also where I make a mistake. I decide to let them debuff me first. I think part of me was assuming that they would shield this first move no matter what, and then I gave them every opportunity to not have to shield that by just not throwing right away because I was too worried about timing. Also, what I've learned in terms of damage, even though it's non-stab, if you want to just maximize the damage you're dealing, you could throw payback, which could have also potentially helped me there because I probably could have gotten 2 paybacks off, and that would have maybe made the difference of that Drapion's little bit of red health. I mean, the Dugong's little red health. Instead, they get to shield up my Aqua Tail. I'm going to end up eating a drill run here. It's going to take out my Drapion, and I'm going to lose this match. I feel like I said, I could maybe have gone the paybacks, throw the charge move before they debuff me. It's just some little things where I should make better plays and better reads in the moment so that, you know, there's a different outcome. The Dugong's almost dead, and all that little bit of damage difference matters, especially when especially when Corviknight takes forever to just get damage off in general because of how expensive his charge moves are. But this has been about a 20 or so minute video. I'm going to try to continue to put out content similar to this. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. If you have any other suggestions on how I go about this, or if you have any suggestions for how I can expand on this type of content, do try to keep the ideas to like minimal editing. I'm not like great with the video stuff, very basic. I'm just trying to put out content that's hopefully fruitful for all. But on that note, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. The view is greatly appreciated. This is a good team. You could run it if you want to have some success, and hopefully I can get into a better habit of kind of VOD reviewing. I might want to watch it slower, but some of these battles are super slow and like only so much to talk about in certain parts when I'm playing it properly and like the most basic things are happening. But I'll work on, I think, my explaining a bit more as I continue to put out this content. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Preach.